Now, there's a reason why the fuel tank's in the front here.
Why?
Because California originally didn't allow 40-foot buses. Their old looks were, I think, 37 feet. They were called 4801. All California buses had to have the tank in the front, and they could only be 37 feet to meet the California law. Well, when the fishbowls first came out, Santa Monica got some, and they were 40-footers. But they said they were exempt from California law because they only ran in Santa Monica. So they got the 40-footers. It didn't take them long to change the law, and then they allowed them to be 40-footers. But one of the restrictions was the weight, and they had to move the fuel tanks up front on all California buses. If you ever notice, all California buses have in front. Notice 1029 or 738, it's got in the front. All California buses had the tanks in the front.
That's a good way to tell if it was a California bus or not.
Yeah, and then later on, of course, they changed the law, and it was just one of their stupid...
Why do they want them in the front? Who cares? I mean,
the weight of the bus. In other words, if the weight was distributed more to the front than the back, and for the longest time they would only allow 35-foot highway buses at 4104. Then when Greyhound came out with the Scenic Cruiser, they had to have dual axles to make up for it.
Oh yeah.
In fact, practically all buses had to have dual axles for a long time. Then they changed the law in the 60s, late in the 70s, where they allowed two-axle buses. But even your MCIs today are too heavy, and they have to have a third axle.
Yeah.
These are lightweight because they're right around 20 tons. I may be wrong on that, come to think of it. It might be later in that. I'm trying to remember what the weight is on these things. They're very light. This bus is in pretty good shape for a bus that's 60 years old.
60 years old, dude.
Well, I've kept it up.
When I did the emergency brake spring, this one here, you could feel it go click, 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 click when you pull up on it, but 5400, not so good.
You know what that means? It's the plate underneath is worn. We have one to fix it.
Yeah, with the little teeth on it, the curved piece with the teeth on it. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
That's where the ratchet's
That's what I thought. Is there an adjustment on it though?
There might be. Should be greased or something. Maybe we'll get one.
Yeah.
We have one of those new ratchet things.
I thought.
They stopped doing those in the 70s. And they all went to air brakes. You know, I just noticed a crazy thing I never noticed before. On these horns, this one overlaps this one. See that?
Oh, yeah.
This one does too, but this one doesn't. Huh, I never noticed that.
What do you mean overlaps?
Well, see how the horn's like this? See how this kind of overlaps? Whereas this one kind of doesn't.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's 'cause there's more
in other words,
space
you'd
in
think
between.
that this would kind of block some of the sound.
Yeah, you're right.
That's standard on all of them.
Huh.
Even today they use that one.
That's pretty beefy looking. Look at the aluminum that it's mounted to. Does air go? Oh, air goes through that aluminum piece? The piece that they're bolted to, that's like there's an air channel in there? No, that big aluminum
How
thing.
much is the nut missing? I wonder if somebody tried to steal it.
I hope not.
Fix that.
Yeah, but the air comes through that aluminum piece, right? Because that's where they're
Well, it
bolted
comes
onto.
through here. And it goes right down to the center in here.
Right, that's right.
Then it spreads through this thing.
That was the question.
It's called a manifold.
Manifold, got it.
I'm surprised this thing takes so much room. Well, you know, if they're filled with chassis lube, you know, the guys just hit them a little bit. They didn't fill them up. But this thing will steer a lot different. I'll let you pull the 5400, pull it around as soon as you get the car out of the way. You
Okay.
might have to move that chain link fence a little bit.
I'll get it.
This makes a huge difference in the way they steer, though.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember when they were brand new, they steered really well.
I remember when we did 5400. I remember the difference. It was night and day. We have a video on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people commented on that. Funny, the Grease Monkey has never, ever made a comment.